I just left my granny, and the Lord was faithful and he was kind. He was faithful and he was kind. And because all I asked is to just wait. Just wait. And I am determined to submit. And yeah. So here we are. So it's gonna be a different PGC. And the reason it's gonna sound like this is because I just ended the vlog, and so that'll be coming out soon. But yeah, if you want a little bit of word, a whole lot of real life, and some time with Jesus, get your coffee or your water. I've actually already consumed my coffee on this trip. And let's get started. Okay, so hey, I'm so excited that you're back. If you're back. If you're new, welcome. What's up? What's happening? I'm Petra. I'm your faith bestie. That means that I believe the Lord has commissioned me to walk with you to live life well. That's holistically well, starting with your faith. We talk about all things Jesus. We talk about all things real life. And we talk about growth over here. So that's what we do. And we're very honest and very transparent. And in this season of my life, my grandmother is dying. And I just had the opportunity to get off a flight and go see her before it happened. And my prayer was, Lord, help me to bow. Help me to bow to your will. Because I believe in this season, the Lord has shown me that with every death there's a birth. And he says, you know, some things that are familiar to you are going to be removed because I'm trying to birth the you that's familiar to me. And so I'm in this place of full submission. Full submission. Like I said earlier, I'm coming off of another vlog. I just did 21 days of fasting, and I realize now why he had me do it, because he needed me to be in the right position and for the posture of my heart to be correct. I'm sorry if the rain is too loud. I'm only gonna be on here for a short period because I don't think I'm not gonna do well. I'm not gonna do well. But I'm gonna tell you my coffee. My coffee was the Apple Crisp oat milk shaken espresso with the drizzle from the Apple Crisp macchiato. It's a apple and caramel drizzle. It's so good, so good. It's not too sweet, just amount of coffee, right amount of coffee. If you haven't tried it, I suggest you try it. If you're not a pumpkin spice, because I'm not a pumpkin spice girl, definitely try that because it feels like fall. It's super good. But I want to jump into the scripture because, like I said, I'm bowing, but it's hurting. So this is a familiar scripture, and the Lord literally led it to me because T had called me. She said, hey, are you going to be good? Are you going to be able to do PGC? And I wasn't sure. And the Lord immediately dropped in my spirit the scripture. And it's Luke 22:42, CSB version. We've all heard this. It's when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane. Luke 22:42, CSB version. Father, if you are willing, take this cup away from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done. Luke 22:42, CSB version. Father, if you are willing, take this cup away from me. But nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done. And you already know that I've been in a major grief season. Losing my grams, my little granny, my best friend, like all the things. And I lost her last September 22nd. The weekend that I did the Kairos conference. This is the weekend that I did the Kairos conference this year. And to get the call that my grandmother is transitioning, it feels like a gut punch. But during my fast, I made a commitment to the Lord because he said, you're submitted, but you're not bowing. And I said, okay, I'm willing to do the thing. I'm willing to bow. I'm willing to bow. I'm willing to bow. And I didn't know he meant this. But he said, I'm going to take some familiar things from you because I need for you to be familiar to me. And I need you to be willing to give up some things to be familiar to me. And so I'm here. I'm in my Garden of Gethsemane. And I'm grieving and I'm hurting and I'm scared. But nevertheless, I'm going to choose God. And not only will I choose him, I'm going to bow to him. Because his will is greater than my want. His will is greater than my desire. And so that's all I have for you, is submission is not enough. Bow. Not my will, but yours be done. So I'm actually headed to see my granddaddy because I just found out they think he's not gonna last long without her. So, and I'm his baby. I was little granny's baby, and I'm his baby. And to be told when I get here that is probably not gonna happen for him is very, 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 very disorienting, to say the least. But the Lord had already told me. He said, you know, I'm going to take some familiar things from you. And not because they have harmed you. Not because you have harmed them. But because I'm going to need you to stand in a different way. I'm going to need you to show up in a different way. And I need you to show up in the way that's familiar to me. And that's the way that he's created. That's the woman that he's commissioned. All the things. And so, my camera just died. Actually, it didn't die. My chip is full. But what I was saying, and so I'm in this place, and I'm actually gonna move my finger because y'all can see my finger. So I'm on my phone right now, but I'm about to head into the center to see my granddaddy, and I'm thankful that the Lord dropped that into my spirit as a reminder that I said nevertheless. I said nevertheless, and because I said nevertheless, he's going to force me to honor nevertheless. But even in that, by bowing and submitting, I'm going to force him to honor his word to me too. So, I hope that if you're in your own Garden of Gethsemane, that you'll trust your nevertheless, that you'll understand that bowing is required, and that his will always be better, and it'll always be greater. If you haven't got your tickets to the Hey Pretty Conference or to the All the Things Experience, go get it. It's at heyprettylife.com. My daddy's calling me. I love y'all. Bye.